Great time to notice some weird stain on my top. Pretty sure that wasn't there this morning. I guess we're just gonna have to roll with it. Maybe I should get something on to cover it up. Here we go, that'll do it. That's better. Hi everyone, this is my 12-week update for my health reset, animal-based diet, daily movement, what shall we call it? That's it. I'm gonna make this video pretty quick because as usual, I don't have a lot of time, but I thought you might all be interested to know what's been happening and do I have any positive updates for you? Well, yes, I do have positive updates for you actually. Well, first of all, I've hit 12 weeks and I have stuck to the plan, mostly, almost entirely. We'll talk about that in a sec. I'm still fitting in the movement 6 days a week, going great, going better than ever. Really happy with that part. And most days, I'm still feeling pretty good. Extra energy, all the other things that I talked about in my 8-week reset. You might want to go back and watch that if you haven't seen that one yet. And by the way, if you are new here, I always just assume that everybody knows who I am because I've got my other YouTube channel. It's all about weaving. It's slightly larger than this channel, quite a bit larger than this channel. And I'm used to not introducing myself. My name is Kelly and this channel is all about health, happiness, motivation, a little bit about weight loss. Try not to focus on that too much though. More about being the best version of you that you can be. All right, so let's jump straight into the results because I think that's what everyone's really quite interested in when they see this kind of video. So I did give my results at my 8-week update as well. Now this is the 12 weeks, 4 weeks later. Okay, so here's where we're at. As far as the weight goes, although I'm trying not to make that a focus, but still I have to admit it's pretty important to me. I have lost a total of 5.5 kilograms, which is just over 12 pounds. And yes, I did have to go and check that because I've got no idea about conversions from kilograms to pounds. 5.5 kilograms so far in 12 weeks, and that's nearly just over 12 pounds. Yes, I'm happy with that, especially considering I was at a point of desperation where I thought it was not possible for me in perimenopause with Hashimoto's to be able to lose weight anymore. That's where my mind was at 12 weeks ago because I had tried all kinds of things. I was at the desperate point of looking at diet shakes. I was even looking into those weight loss drugs. And I'm so glad that I didn't go down either of those routes because what I'm doing is what I feel is like real living. Dr. Ken Berry talks about the proper human diet. So while I'm not doing exactly what I'm not doing exactly what anyone's doing. I'm doing exactly what I'm doing. But he talks about the proper human diet, and I feel like I have found the proper human diet for me, like a real way of eating, living, moving, everything. And it's working. It's working for the things that I wanted it to work for. So that's the weight loss so far. Now I would be lying if I said that the weight loss didn't matter to me and that it's not important for me to lose more weight. It is really important for me to lose more weight. As I've said in previous videos, I've still got a lot of work to do up here to try to lose that concept that I've grown up with, that has been drilled into me, that every single lady around me lived, was to, you know, that you have to diet, that you have to be a certain weight, all of those things. It's all very weight related. You're going to be jumping on the scale all the time. Oh, the scale's gone up. Oh no, the scale's gone down. Yay, happiness. I don't want to be locked into that. I did mention that in my last video as well. But I do want to lose more weight. I would like to lose another 12 pounds if that was possible. But I'm going to see. I'm going to see how it goes. I'm very happy with the way that I'm eating and moving at the moment, and I don't really want to change that. I definitely don't want to have less food. I'm pretty happy with the amount of food that I'm having, but I do get certain days, especially within certain days when my hormones are doing different things in my cycle, and then I get really ravenously hungry. So I still have those really hungry days, which was always a problem for me trying to lose weight. I was just so hungry all the time. That's because I wasn't eating enough. But now I've got that sorted out with the levels of protein that I'm taking in and the types of nutrient dense food that I'm eating. So I'm happy with that. I don't want to change that. But if I don't continue to lose weight, and the weight loss has been very slow, and that's fine by me, because I'm coming from a place of, well, I'm going to stay with this health journey whether I'm losing the weight or not, because it is helping me in so many other ways. It has helped me in so many other ways that I know that this is an optimal way for me to be living. Let's go on to my measurements. I've said in previous videos, it's really important to take measurements. And when you see the clip of me from today, just showing you, for a comparison from other videos, how my body might have changed a little bit, and a lot in some ways, that the skirt that I'm wearing today, that I'm going to show you, is one that I couldn't get the zipper up 12 weeks ago, and now it's too big for me. And I have quite a few items of clothing that are no longer comfortable to wear because they're too big. That is a good problem to have. Just means I have to find some new clothes that are a bit more fitted. So one of the reasons for this change in my clothes is because I have lost so much off my waist. I didn't even know I had so much to lose off my waist. I thought my waist was okay. Like, in comparison to the rest of me, my waist was my least of my worries. But in the 12 weeks, I have lost 6.5 inches off my waist. I still can't believe this. I have a tape measure here. Of course I have a tape measure. I'm a weaver. 6.5 inches is that much. That much of my waist. Really? It's unbelievable. I guess I had more on my waist than I realized. Then off my hips, because there are 3 main measurements that I took in the beginning. So these are the ones I'm going through right now. Off my hips, which I do need to lose quite a lot off. That's one of my biggest areas. I've lost 4 inches off my hips. And off my upper arms. So I measure around my upper arms. That's also one of my bulky areas. I've lost 1 inch. Not as much as I would like, but the good news is I'm building heaps of muscle on my arms. So that is included in the measurement as well. Yes, the flab is still there. The flab is very persistent. But the muscle is coming. I have shoulders, I can see the bones across here, my collarbones. I can see hip bones. I can, things are changing, and it takes time. And you've got to build up slowly so that you don't do too much at once. You have to know limits so that you're not injuring yourself. And you also have to settle into a schedule that works for you. I'm saying that I'm doing workouts 6 days a week, and that's quite a lot, and I never really expected that I would be doing that. And some people would say, oh, that's too much, you're doing too much, but actually I'm just enjoying it so much. It's benefiting me so much mentally and physically that I don't really want to go a day without doing a workout. And even on Sunday, which is my day off, I'll often go for a walk now, just because I want to be moving. The more energy I have, the more muscle I build, the more I want to keep moving forward and build on what I have made and keep building up. So a couple of things I did this week, which are just like, amazing to me. I did a 40-minute workout. These are like walking workouts, low impact kind of workouts that I do inside at home. And yeah, I did a 40-minute one the other day. The highest that I had ever done was a 30-minute. And when I did the 40-minute one, I modified it up to make it harder. Yesterday, I went for a walk. I decided to do a walk instead of a workout. And I jogged, and I did intervals of jogging and walking. It was very low and slow jogging. But yeah, I jogged. Like, who am I? And I didn't hurt myself. It was hard. It was difficult. I was pretty out of breath because, I mean, I've been jogging on the spot in my workouts at home. It's really different jogging on the spot to jogging when you're actually moving along. It's much harder. So anyway, I did that yesterday, and I felt great, and I was very happy with that. So I'm finding that even doing the workouts 6 days a week, I still want more. Sometimes I've got to hold myself back and be like, no, I really shouldn't do another workout today because I already did that one that was quite difficult this morning. But I feel like doing it. I have that much energy. I have that much motivation. And once the muscles start coming and you start seeing your body change and you feel stronger, you just want that more and more. It's such a good thing. And another thing that I've been doing with my workouts is, if it's not specifically a strength training workout, because I am doing a bit of strength training as well, I'll often use hand weights. And these are just the 1 kilogram. I don't know what that is in pounds. Yeah, I'm not sure about the conversion, but these are pretty light. You know, you can see that they're pretty light. I've also got 2 kilogram hand weights that are a bit heavier, so I use them for my real strength work. But when I'm just doing my workout, I'll just use these as like an extra weight for my arm movements. So there's a real desire there to level up and get stronger and stronger. So I said at the start of the video that I've mostly stayed on plan. Yes, I've been very good. I've had several road trips within these 12 weeks, and I have taken all of my food with me so that I was not at the mercy of having to find fast food on the road, which is almost always terrible food, overpriced, unhealthy, and not satisfying. So yeah, I've been taking my food with me. And so I had another road trip this past weekend, and I did take my food with me, but there was one meal that I was not covered for. And I had the girls with me, and they decided they really wanted pizza. And so we went to this pizza place, and it just happened that the people there were Turkish. And so they also had börek. If you don't know what börek is, it's like a pastry, Turkish pastry, made with phyllo pastry. You can have it with spinach and cheese, or you can have it with meat. There are probably other variations as well. We had the spinach and cheese. So on that night, for that meal, I had a piece of pizza and a little piece of börek. And that was the first time that I've had anything that was not completely on plan with how I have been eating. Now, I admit I had a pain in the stomach that night when I was lying in bed, but it was kind of worth it because we were kind of just having this, special food together. We were having a great time. It was a bit of a farewell. Some of the girls were going away, and yeah, it was worth it. And also, I planned to have it. I didn't find myself starving and needing something desperately to eat, and I didn't have anything with me. I did actually have more food with me, but I was going to need to save it for the next day to cover that day. So I had the pizza and the börek, and it was really nice, especially the börek. Oh, it's amazing. I love that stuff. It's so yummy, but I didn't have a huge amount. I had a controlled portion, one piece of pizza, didn't go beyond that. And so I was happy with that. The world didn't end. I did have a tummy ache, but that was my fault. This is one reason why I'm not eating these kind of foods anymore. It's because they're not good for me. My body doesn't like them. Yeah, it was okay and it worked out fine. Okay, my daughter just called and so I had to stop filming. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you the update, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any specific questions, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I'll see you soon.